and the architects.
I was about to
But
say, or the architects, but
well, it's going to take engineering and
You're right.
architecture all together.
You're
I'm
right.
bringing it all together. I'm like the Auburn band bringing everybody together to win a contest, you know? You know, we just got on a big harp session about how change is inevitable for
You're right.
downtown Auburn. I'm not going to get you stirred up again about that as an Auburn resident. But I think one thing that everybody agrees is that Jordan-Hare Stadium is due for some significant upgrades. Now, we did have some additions in terms of seating down below, some very high premium experiences that worked out. They brought the stadium capacity up above 88,000. So now we can start sporting that and trying to memorize that all in our heads now. But
true,
significant improvements, additions are probably in order. Let me start there, Austin, before we get into our news story about this. And it's around this announcement that's probably coming later this week. Do you truly think that Auburn needs to be expanded? Renovated, yes, but expanded?
Jordan-Hare Stadium?
Yes. I'm sorry. What did I say something wrong?
You said Auburn. I was like, I don't know where we're going with
Auburn.
the city
Auburn
of
does
Auburn.
need to be not expanded, probably much more, because it's going to not be the lovely village anymore. Now I'm going to get you going again. Jordan-Hare, keep it there.
Jordan, you asked if do I think Jordan-Hare needs to be expanded?
Expanded. Keyword.
No, I don't. Well, look, that's a tricky thing. I don't think it needs to be expanded. I keep seeing people saying, well, with the topic we're going to get into, this is opportunity for them to build an upper deck and we can get to 100,000. I don't think Auburn Jordan-Hare Stadium needs to be 100,000. That's one of those things. It's just a nice round number that we all want to do, and we compare ourselves to other.
It's
stadiums.
A cool club to be a part of, right? Like
it's a cool, yes, cool club. Does the capacity of a stadium matter the most? I think you have a basketball arena that proves that right there, because I was just in one that is giant and it's terrible until Auburn comes to town. So, no, I don't think it needs to be expanded, because I recognize the last few years have been a little rough, but the sellouts are constant in Jordan-Hare Stadium. The atmosphere is constant. It is always a hard place to play. So no, I don't think it needs to be expanded. The renovations, I do agree with. It needs to happen. Now, if those renovations provide expansion, like if we're, let's say, I do not know any plans for this video board. I don't know any renderings.
Not what I heard. I heard you got the inside dish. You're just going to lay it out.
No. Nobody knows anything until this board meeting, right? But let's say this video board going in the north end zone.
Yes.
That's where I sit, but I don't know what end zone that is.
North.
Another problem.
North end zone, I think.
Let's say this video board provides an opportunity to add some more seating, and the renovation itself is going to allow for that to be an easier project. Then yeah, I think you can expand it. But I'm not saying, I don't think Auburn needs to expand Jordan-Hare Stadium. I think there's some more clean up things and pretty looking things that you can do with Jordan-Hare that would make it a better stadium in the modern era.
Yeah, let's break that topic out a little bit now. So for those of you that need some context, it was broke this week, the news story that in the upcoming board meeting, today is January 28th. I believe I don't know the date right off the top of my head, but next Friday, they're going to be meeting to approve an addition of a north end zone video board. Will it be a giant video board? Well, we would probably find out in this, maybe a little bit after this week. I bet we'll hear the approval, and then we'll start seeing plans a little bit after that. But a video board going there. There's been no probably pushback that the fact that scoreboard down there is one of the most ancient things known to man. And needs to be addressed in some way. But is a video board facing a giant, literally the world's biggest video board, it seems like sometimes, is that what Auburn needs outside of the opportunities for expansion that may come with that? I mean, what do you think about video board? Is that too much of that?
No, I'm good with it. It's not if I were doing it and I were John Cohen, I got to pick whatever we wanted to do. It's not what I would do. I have other things that we can get into another time in the summer. But I think that it's good. I think a detraction from people wanting to sit beneath the video board is that you're going to be looking straight up like this, like you're on the front row of the movie theater. And it, like you said, it is a very large video board, but if you're underneath it, you're underneath it. So I think one on the other end, I really hope it's not that big. But I mean, I think when you go to these other stadiums, there are multiple video boards. I'm not saying you just do another video board to be like everybody else, but it's just the way the stadiums, modern stadiums, have evolved.
Right.
Everybody wants to see the replay. Everybody wants to see, the face mask singer or the running with Reed video. Everybody wants to see the newest thing that is up there.
Everybody wants to be able to point to the Bama fans at the Iron Bowl that, yes, the person was out of bounds. Literally had that discussion. I said, do you know what a line is? This foot is over the line. How are you even arguing this with me? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Here he goes. Yeah,
sorry,
I mean, you're on it tonight.
I am a little bit.
And so I think it is, I hesitate saying it's necessary, but I think it is a very good improvement and a very beneficial addition for the stadium. And we just got done talking about how we're nostalgic people. In a sense, I'm nostalgic that the old video board's going away because it's been there for so long, and it's a picture of my childhood of seeing it. Same with the old video board before the giant one. Like, I have many memories looking at that and the pictures next to it and the things like that. But I think this is a needed change that is probably good for the benefit of Jordan-Hare Stadium and Auburn football. Will it add things as well with the video board, like seating and premium club things? That's something I'm really interested to see.
What my hope is what this video board provides is the foundation to add, as we kind of hinted at, expanded seating, extensions of certain elements that provide more seating, maybe premium options, you say. And who knows, at that point, if you can get Auburn up to, or Jordan-Hare Stadium up to a little above 90,000,
that's where I'm at. Me too.
I think 95,000 is the max that Auburn's Jordan-Hare Stadium needs to be at. Because if you're just reaching for the sole purpose of 100,000 without it naturally happening, I feel like that's being a Bama person,
it's just priorities where I don't think they need to be. It's not that important. Kyle, my big question to you, because this is what everyone's asking.
Okay.
And they're all asking, what's Kyle Loomis think about this? Do you want an upper deck in that north end zone?
I don't want an upper deck. I want upper seating. Does that make sense? I'm not asking for it. I'm not asking for a full deck to be across. I've looked at it 1,000 times. In my mind, virtually, maybe I may or may not have run some things out, some programs just to see what it might look like. Of course, AI and all that kind of stuff. There are some views I've seen that I like. There are some I don't. I kind of like the symmetry of what we have right now. And if we kind of go horseshoe-esque without it actually connecting, because I don't know that we can do that architecturally, I'll leave that to the engineers and the architects.
I was about to say, or the architects, but
well, it's going to take engineering and architecture all together. I'm bringing it all together. I'm like the Auburn band, bringing everybody together to win a contest.
There you go.
Circle all that back together. I think that I would like something up there.
Me too.
And we could use a little bit more seating. It's not a requirement. I think we can make it without it. But in the same token, let me ask you this, because this is what they're asking Mr. Scott all this week, is what I was told.
If I'm going to make their dreams come true, go ahead.
Believe it or not, I was actually, I did. I was talking about that today earlier. If you know, folks. In terms of renovations, because this would be a renovation in a sense, even though they're going to be adding a new video board. Is this the renovation that Auburn needs most? Now, what do I mean by that? I'm talking about facilities. I'm talking about
not just football.
I'm football, just football, like football facilities, stuff like Jordan-Hare, bathrooms, walkways. I think, again, we complimented them last week. Rhett Hobart and his team, and there's too many of them to name to give all the credit to, but the whole team have done a great job maximizing what they can at Jordan-Hare, and I'm sure they're going to do it again this year. But is this where the money should be spent? On a video board, as opposed to other things that Jordan-Hare needs to expand, renovate the experience, as we're about here? What do you think?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I have two. I'm not going to go long, but I have three things that I would prefer happen before this. And one of them is like just for like to look pretty. And this might, and because they're doing a video board, this might have to be later because there's going to be
Yeah.
a whole bunch of mess when you put a new video board. My first thing is handrails up the steps.
Yeah.
I'm clumsy. I see other people that are clumsy and other people that do things throughout the day to make themselves clumsy that handrails would be useful. My second thing is I'm anti-bleacher. I would prefer we get, I call them movie seats. I don't know.
So you're asking for a full replacement into bucket
Yeah.
seats, whatever they're called now.
Bucket seats. The seats in the arena.
Okay.
That's what I would, those are the two things I would be like 100% needed, do it now. I think those both modernize. The other thing is I've always wanted to brick the whole thing. Brick the whole thing.
The exterior?
The exterior. I'm good with, I like the concrete. I think it looks after time and after some good pressure washing, but especially that north end zone. I hope that maybe this is part of that, the video board is that exterior kind of steel look. Maybe we close that in and brick it a little bit. That would be my three things, but in that order.
That's a good point. And I didn't think about that till you said that. But remember when they put the big video board up, that was opportunity. And they threw some banners up on it, but it was an opportunity to change the facade of the outside of Jordan-Hare. And like it or not, it at least gave us something kind of new and modern to look at with the addition of functionality. So I think to maybe wrap all this up, our take on it collectively, and I think we speak a lot collectively for the Auburn family here, is we're happy about it. It seems like the first step into something more. We're just hoping that there's going to be more that comes along in terms of expansion, renovation. But the point is that things are starting to be addressed. And that is what John Cohen has been known for at Mississippi State, is improving facilities. And that we assume is the big reason he got the job. And it seems like that's taking place. So we will now watch. We will wait, assuming after we just had this big conversation and they're going to approve it in the upcoming board meeting. And I'm sure we're going to be talking about it much, much more, and so many opinions, as Auburn social media loves to do, will be had. And we'll talk about it in further detail too.